No, I've got a couple of things to look at here. Right, so, okay, let me see if I can share my screen. Yes, and it should be that one. Okay, I'm sharing the euro pound because I had talked about this last week, and actually we even took a trade on this on the Daily Wave Rider morning show earlier in early last week, and it promptly put in a lower high. And so I'm looking at it from two different perspectives, right? So one is, okay, it's disappointed me, so I've moved my stop loss up, okay, to protect my capital, and I got stopped out, right, for a reduced loss, which I'm pretty happy about, because anything I can do in terms of capital protection is, it's good overall as a trader. And I'm looking at two possibilities here. One is that we are starting to make a bull flag, which means it'll make a bit of a lower low, and then it will still go higher. And the other possibility is that it's making, it's forming a pennant, which could break out either way. I like the first possibility more than the second one, but in either case, I need to wait until price either comes down to, I don't know, back to maybe 90, 50, or even lower, maybe down to the 90 level, which is a great horizontal level. But at the moment, it's just like, nah, nothing is happening, right? So, so it's a case of wait and see. Now, what I think is more interesting is this, and I was lucky enough to get, I got short the US dollar yen and made some money on that, and I got long the US dollar Swissy, yeah, and I made some money on that. So I was like, and so if you look at the Swiss yen chart, and I'll bring it up, hang on a sec, Swiss yen. If you look at the Swiss yen chart, okay, it's just been a bit of a free fall, okay? So I'm not trading Swiss yen short, but effectively, because of my other two positions, I was benefiting from this big move down. And I'm a big fan at the moment of what Ash talked about earlier, was the Swissy softening, and that's not just based on US dollar strength, but it does seem to be one of the weakest currencies at the moment. So I am looking at the next currency to benefit from this is going to be, I think it's going to be CAD Swiss. So if you look at the CAD versus the Aussie versus the Kiwi, CAD is much stronger as a commodity currency. Yes, US dollar CAD is weak, but it could be reaching a point where it's actually going to top out around about 135, I think, which means that if the CAD strengthens and the Swissy continues to weaken, we've at least got some upside up to this horizontal level here, which is 70. Yeah, it's a psychological round number, and that would be, and I'm already long this, by the way, and I think I got to my TP1 because I was an intraday trade, but I think that there's still room to move up here. We've got a same level high, we've got a higher low, and it just looks to me like it's got a real uppish feel to it. TP1 at 70 or just below, and then just hold on to it and see if it can ultimately break that 70 level, test the 200-day moving average, which it hasn't tested for a while. That's a little bit more upside. It's not necessarily going to the moon, but if we can stay in there and just move our stop loss up, and best case scenario, if the CAD gets a bit of get a lift, I don't know where that will come from, but if the Swissy stays weak and the CAD continues to not weaken too much, this could push through the 200-day moving average, and then there's no other horizontal resistance levels, and probably until 70, maybe 71.70. So that's another 170 pips that we might be able to make there. That's what I'm most interested in coming into this week.
Cheers, PH. Very nice. People are watching that pretty closely. That looks very interesting. Mate, we're going to go to Geoff next, and we're going to run through his currency pairs.